Don't try it at all. It's a lie. It's like beating your head on a wall. Say no way. Marijuana's a fast way to fall. You will pay, 'cause it's doing you no good at all. And you know, if you gamble with life, you can lose it. Gotta grow, 'cause your life is a gift, don't abuse it. And you know, if you gamble with life, you can lose it. Gotta grow, 'cause your life is a gift, don't abuse it. Oh. Never try marijuana, don't try it at all. It's a lie. It's like beating your head on a wall. Say no way. Marijuana's a fast way to fall. You will pay, 'cause it's doing you no good at all. And you know, if you gamble with life, you can lose it. Gotta grow, 'cause your life is a gift, don't abuse it. And you know, if you gamble with life, you can lose it. Gotta grow, 'cause your life is a gift, don't abuse it. A lot of people think that marijuana isn't dangerous, but they're wrong. Because not only does it harm a person's body and mind, but it often leads users to try other, even more dangerous drugs. And you know, if you gamble with life, you can lose it. Gotta grow, 'cause your life is a gift, don't abuse it. And you know, if you gamble with life, you can lose it. Gotta grow, 'cause your life is a gift, don't abuse it. Oh.
Okay, I think I did that right. I am so sorry for that big lag at the beginning, you guys, because I lost the plot and closed out the wrong tab. So sorry for the silence. God. Okay, it is a sunny 92 degrees here where I am around these parts. It's Sunday, August 24th. Boy, we're almost into September. Do you remember? Yeah, I'm not going to do that again. I really embarrassed myself. God, what, a couple of weeks ago thinking September was just right around the corner, and it's not. Okay, get one little announcement out of the way before I bring on everybody's favorite Canadian sidekick, Prairie Queen. I will not be going live next Sunday. I have a family duty. I have a family obligation. I'm going to go have a little fun for a few days, and so that eats up that Sunday and probably the Monday and Tuesday, and then we'll be back the following Sunday. So this is it for a couple weeks, you guys. So fill up your tank now because it's going to be a long road. Speaking of filling up your tank, oh, the epic road trip continues. I'm going to bring on Prairie Queen here because we're going to talk about a couple of things. Hi, Prairie Queen.
Hello.
How you doing this fine day?
I'm doing good. I've been busy cleaning house, purging and getting rid of stuff. And wow, it's a balmy, 60, it's got to be about 62, 64 degrees here.
Hey, that ain't bad. You know, if you keep moving, you'll bring up a sweat.
Yeah, you stay warm that way.
Yeah. That's too funny. What time is this? It's noon, so we haven't reached our hot peak of the day yet, so probably by in a couple of hours, we might hit close to 100. I don't
Oh,
know.
geez. Yeah, like it's only 2 o'clock here and Central Time. And usually the peak of the heat of the day is around 5 o'clock.
Oh, yeah?
That's weird. I don't know why. I started to question, is this normal? I thought it was noon, that it did that, but I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, I can't make sense of much these days.
There's
So,
so much going on these days, weather and everything else. Yes. I give up making sense of everything. I just go with it.
yeah, whatever happens moment by moment, you deal with it, forget making plans.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. This
Yeah,
is true.
yeah, 'cause they may or may go haywire. So, boy, we have had a really sad loss out here in the YouTube neighborhoods, just this week, and it was very sad because, nobody, deserves it, but gosh, that so so sad that we lost King Cobra.
Yes, that was a shock. The information was coming in the live chat on another person's stream.
Yeah.
And everybody was, thank heavens, they were more or less saying, hold on, folks, let me go find out before we go any further with this. And sadly enough, it was true.
Yeah, he was, in my eyes, he was just a kid.
Yeah, 34 years old.
Yeah, a couple years older than my granddaughter. Um,
And he just, he, wow, I'm still speechless over this.
I know, and he was his own brand of human. He was
Yeah.
unique. He did very little harm in the world. He didn't hurt anybody, and he
Mm.
was just wacky and goofy and um, quite bold. And I loved that he loved to show off what he did. And now and even Grampy Lobster had kind of a spot in his heart for King Cobra. Uh,
Well, he was one that one person that was a lovable Lowell's cow.
yeah,
Nobody could say anything truly negative about him. Um, and dislike him like some people on the internet. Um, yes, he had his moments. But nothing. And I think it was just because of his situation. He accidentally walked into situations innocently.
yeah, and because due to the fact he was neurodivergent and
Mhm,
had his own view of the world, and he
mhm.
was messy and yeah, but everybody
Yeah.
had this affection for him, and now he's gone, and I'm just so sad. And his dad put out
Oh
the
my
announcement,
god.
and I cried right along with him.
Me
Um,
too. Yeah. And
uh,
I just thought, good on you. Like, wow, it blew me away that his dad did that. And I just utmost respect for that man and his family.
and he loved his boy, and allowed him the freedom to just be. He fostered his way of doing things and the kids' happiness, and yeah, what a good dad. What a good dad.
Right. And the thing is, I know people in the past had made kind of comments about how the dad just sort of like left him be and on his own and all that, washed his hands over him. I never felt that way. I always felt like we don't know the whole story. We don't live there. And this was to me proof. Dad was wanting to pick him up to take him to the doctor. Obviously, dad was in his life a lot more than either one of them said, which is
Yeah,
fine.
yeah, well, Cobes put on the, not Cobes, yeah, King Cobra. Yeah, he, wanted to be a man of his world, and he
Right.
was, and you can't be letting your dad show up too much, because you have this image, and he did have this image to uphold, and you can't really depend on dad publicly so much if you're trying to be King Cobra.
And dad was also very respectful because he knew that his son he was an adult and he had to allow him, you know, to
Ye
be on his own. He did the best he could. Like when he got kicked out of that one apartment and he got him that trailer.
yeah,
I mean, dad was right in there like a dirty shirt, making sure that um he got another place of his own and set him up.
yeah, yeah.
Um, you know.
Well, it's gonna take a while for dad to heal, anybody who's lost a child, uh,
Oh God.
knows the rules of that club and the process, and, I feel for the guy.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, this is gonna take a long time.
yeah, yeah, and, it never goes away, it just, you learn how to roll with it as your days go
Right.
on.
Yeah. And yeah, my heart's out to him, his and the entire family, including Cobe's biological mother.
Yeah. Oh, and I remember Cobes had this woman friend who was absolutely a dear, and she would come on with him occasionally. I can't remember her name, but
Oh
she was
goodness.
always supportive, always kind, always gave
Yeah.
him credit for brains. The guy wasn't stupid. He was quite bright, and she paid
Actually,
that tribute, and I'm wondering how she's doing. That has to
I
be a
am
terrible
wondering
loss.
too. I've not seen that many posts with her, maybe one acknowledging it. Now, her last name is, I think,
Excuse me.
Neisted.
Yeah, I nothing sticks, I can't remember, but
Yeah,
I just remember how
she's
totally wonderful she was.
a long-term friend of his, and she would have him on panel every once in a while, and he needed allies.
Yeah. I'm
Um,
so glad he had them.
yeah, and toward I think too, he reached a point where he realized some of his so-called trolls. Um, he, I think he got it, so it didn't bother him in the same regard as it did in the beginning when he was a lot younger,
Mm. Yeah.
but he started to realize that some of them were not the trolls that he thought they were. Because I'm pretty sure he had a lot of people that were supporting him,
That's
his
so good.
so-called trolls. There were good trolls in there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's, just, so sad, so we're tipping up a tankard of mead for King Cobra, rest in
Yeah.
peace, darling. Hey,
Oh,
have fun up there with Grampy and all those guys up there, and Lemmy, and yeah, go have a
oh,
party.
yeah, and Ozzy.
And Ozzy, oh lord, yeah, he's up on the bandstand.
Wow. Did you see
Yeah.
that picture of Ozzy and Cobes? And he said, and Ozzy saying, "It's finally good to meet you."
No.
Oh, that is so sweet. That's such a sweet. I'll send
Oh,
it to
oh,
you
the
after.
meme, the meme thing.
Yeah, they're up in
Yeah,
heaven,
yes,
standing
yes,
and
yes,
looking at.
I did
Yeah,
see it. Yeah,
that is so sweet. And I thought,
so
oh, that is perfect.
so sweet. Okay, so before we transition
Hmm.
into, the shirt of the day and the Elvis Travels version of, the Vaughn, or no, the Vaughn's version. He's like Elvis. He's our new Elvis Travels. Oh
Oh
my
my
god, that just occurred to me. Oh my god, truck stops and prowling and well, okay, so anyway, during the I announced to you before we came live that the sweet potato that I hacked in half and stuck in a flower pot is now sprouting leaves.
Wow.
Oh, I am so excited. I had it sitting on my kitchen counter, by the window just so I could go take a look at it every day to make sure it wasn't rotting in the pot, which, certainly happens. But anyway, I looked yesterday, and one of these, like, anemic looking little sprouts suddenly turned like a burgundy color, and
Ooh.
I've got these little tiny leaves coming up beside the sweet potato chunk. And
Mm.
I am so stoked. I can't stand it. Now I'm gonna put it outside and let it get sun and, life's little triumphs. So anyway, a saga that we're currently following temporarily because, somebody's gonna wind up dead or something shit,
Oh,
who
shit,
knows?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, the Von Helton, James Irving Von Helton. His full legal name is James Irving Helton, I do believe. He
Yes,
added
he
the
added the
Von
Vaughn. Yeah.
just to be fancy schmancy one day. So he has, left, J-Dubs because J-Dubs simply walked in on Von having a meal at a fast food place when he had convinced John he didn't have any money for that. And so
Mhm.
John walked and, read him the riot act where, Vaughn says that he tried to choke him during that encounter, which is bullshit.
Oh,
But
definitely.
so anyway, Vaughn being absolutely caught in a fabrication, a lie, a subterfuge, just, went nutser than his usual self and got in the car and started driving. Um, and, J Dubs is going, "What?" Um, yeah, and Vaughn's been on the road ever since. How many days did we say it was?
Yesterday I thought you said 5, so today would be 6, I think.
Okay, day number 6, Vaughn has been on the road, and I gotta tell you, I don't know how many miles an hour he's driving or how long he's driving, but it is taking him a long time to go 2 states. Back
Right?
in back in 1969, I got in a Corvair, and I drove from LA to Atlanta, Georgia in a Corvair, and it only took me 3 days.
Okay. Yeah, because
And I
how
had a
how many
little kid with me, and I stopped overnight.
how
Well, maybe
many
okay, it took me 4 days. I take that back. It took me 4 days
well
'cause we stopped
well, yeah,
overnight.
yeah.
Uh,
The
but
thing is, though, how many miles would it have been from East Brunswick to Hamilton?
yeah, what, a couple of hundred?
Oh my god, that's an afternoon, man.
Right? K Hell, I've driven up the coast to Santa Barbara for lunch, and that's a few hundred miles. Okay, Rick, over in the chat really quick. Hi, Mrs. Mudduck. Good to see you. Oh, yeah, Mrs. Mudduck says he's taking every exit site to sightsee or something. Yeah, like every single where he sees a Sunoco or a Stuckey's. Uh,
Mhm.
do they still have Stuckey's roadside stops? I remember when I did my road trip to Atlanta, I remember our favorite truck stops all along Route 66 was Stuckey's, and they were like you could buy everything. You could eat there, you could get gas, you could buy a T-shirt, you could, I think there was even like a place out back for the truckers to shower. But
I
Stuckey's,
know I know there was one in my, maybe it's closed now, but on I-29, I'm wanting to say outside of Omaha,
Okay.
um, possibly because I know we always no, or was it Jamestown? I think it was in Jamestown because on our way down south on I-29 towards Kansas City, um, we always waited and stopped at that one because yeah, very impressive. I loved it. It's like,
I
okay, let's just camp here. I love this place.
Oh, it was bright and beautiful and wonderful, and you could get refrigerator magnets and keychains and all
Yeah,
kinds
I
of
got a
stuff.
wind chime from there, and
See?
I mean, oh, it was what an incredible truck stop.
Right? So I'm wondering if he has, like he's probably just stopping at any old one, in any old one. Um,
However, my theory is if all his money got put onto gift cards, he's stuck, let's say, for eating at McDonald's or any other food outlet that he's got a gift card for.
yeah. Oh, and something came on my radar the other day, maybe yesterday, that, Vaughn shocked me when he said that he had $300 in food stamps.
Yes. What the
And
hell?
he said, "Well, I've spent a little, it was 500." And I'm going, "How the fuck did he get $500 in food stamps? He's a single ma—" But then I saw a little news blurb where there was a glitch in some sort of an FDA-related adjacent website that people in Kentucky got an overload of WIC credits by accident.
Oh.
I'm wondering if Vaughn was one of the Kentuckians that got that windfall that they weren't entitled to, because okay, I am a single old lady, and California, which is a really liberal welfare state, it is, come on here if you're hard. No, don't, yeah, come on, we welcome everybody. I get $30 a month for groceries, which is obscene,
Mm-hmm.
because $30 buys what? A chicken and some it doesn't buy much. How in the hell did the Vaughn get $500? A single useless piece of poop,
I
you
have
know?
questions. Like, okay, first of all, if he got it through the state of Kentucky, how did he get it through the state of Kentucky? Because at one point, John made some sort of comment about going and looking in his mailbox to see if there was anything. Okay, that even leads another question, but to see if Vaughn had gotten any mail. So, okay. So, first of all, that leads me to believe how the hell did Vaughn wind up making arrangements to have his mail forwarded on to John's mailbox? Speaking as a postal worker,
Uh,
inquiring minds want to know. Second of all, because if he just up and left, that means his mail is still sitting unless the
mhm.
backers forward it to John. The other question is if he's out of the state of Kentucky, how would he get said food stamps? And are they valid in a different state?
Well, apparently who knows? He could be lying about it. Um,
See, I
yeah, so
want,
many
yeah.
questions.
Oh, see, this is going back in the day, like when we, days of other creators, following Vaughn and Rev and Chani. I learned quickly, it's like, show me the receipts. I need receipts. Otherwise, your word means nothing. It's the frickin' internet.
It's a freaking internet. Boy, that was a long, hard lesson to learn, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, boy, people lie. People
Oh,
lie.
yeah. So with Vaughn, I'm questioning. I agree. Like, why would he get so many food stamps? And how would he get them? How is he redeeming them? Can you just go to a McDonald's and just get
Yeah,
cash in
well,
your food stamps?
Yeah, and what we call food stamps is now like a refillable debit card.
Right.
Y-
Oh, right.
So
Yeah.
it's loaded out there in the the internet verse. It's so
Yeah.
my food stamp benefits uh are loaded automatically on the 6th of every month. So so he just has to wait for it to be I how did he do that? How did he do that?
Yeah,
It,
because apparently he has no bank or anything. So how could it go magically through the universe and load onto his card? He has to have a card. So
yeah,
he has to have
yeah,
something going on there.
yeah.
But it's just weird. Like I still question, like, would McDonald's or any other place take these payments? Like, could you go to McDonald's on an EBT card? I don't
Uh,
know.
I can here.
Oh,
You can
okay.
actually use it at like Popeyes and El Pollo Loco and
Okay. Oh,
McDonald's.
okay. I guess it's a case of you just can't go buy booze and certain things with it, right?
Right. Yeah,
Oh,
right.
okay. Yeah.
Exactly. It wouldn't work at the weed store. I'm
Oh,
just
darn
saying.
it. You
Yeah,
know, darn it.
dag
Yeah.
nabbit. Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna show a clip, and
Okay.
it's not from Nats and the Pizza or Sydney Winston. Boy, I'm really loving Sydney Winston.
Oh, yes.
It's clean, concise, to the point, and yeah, I enjoy that. But this is directly from Devon. So
Ooh.
if we get boinked, so be it. So I'm gonna do this, and we're gonna watch. Okay, this I believe this was yesterday, which meant day 6. And please note the wardrobe choice for okay. So here we go. So it is. Here we go, you guys. Here is, the Vaughn.
Alrighty, got me a box of Uncrustables. Literally, all you do is throw them out and eat them. It's peanut butter and jelly. In this case, strawberry jam, but same difference. It's by Smuckers. Very good. And they're saying, "Oh, it ain't a mukbang if you don't eat it in front of the camera." Well,
Okay, if any of you have a weak stomach, I advise you to look away from your monitors or your screens, uh, temporarily because you're gonna get the full Vaughn.
there's several types of mukbang actually, but whatever. So we will assuage their fears
Assuage assuage. He's gonna assuage your continue.
and eat one on camera. Because I figure out how to open it with one hand. Oops.
Use your teeth, Vaughn, that's what I do. Oh, you don't have any teeth, sorry.
Let me put you right here. I'm gonna put you right here for temporary. And then we will consume the damn thing. And then that way we won't be any really bullshit about what I'm doing or
Okay, this is fair use of the Something Fair Use Act of 1979, blah, 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 legal words.
what. There we go.
Oh,
God.
Satisfied?
Ugh.
smack, 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 smack.
Satisfied trolls and haters
I've seen turtles eat more
on camera.
nicer than that.
Oh.
You get
And all the skin and lumpy parts of his face all move in concert. His
Mhm.
entire face is chewing,
Oh.
gumming, gumming. His face is gumming. I remember there's this years ago. There were these contests that might still be in Appalachia, gurning contests, gurning, where people make without teeth make the ugliest faces they can. Like their chins disappear and all. This is like a gurning eating. Okay, we'll get on with this. Fair
Mhm.
use, fair use, and all that stuff.
4 in a box, unless you get the big box. And so this will keep me going for quite a while. If I just eat one,
Vaughn could do an OnlyFans by bringing back gurning. You know,
Yes.
he
Yeah.
could. All he has to do is use a little imagination. He could do a gurning on request.
Mhm.
Pull a gurn face next to a pig's butt. Yeah, anything like the guy has no creative brain cells. Okay, to continue.
Mhm.
This. We're only in the first less than 2 minutes.
it'll last me 2 days. One for lunch, one for supper. Where'd you get it at? I think I got. Where did I get it? I got it at CVS, I think. CVS or Walgreens. One or the other.
Yeah, I don't know. I watch a lot of like animal videos,
Yeah.
dogs and horses, and keep herding dogs. I love them, love them, love them. When you give a horse a sugar cube
Yes.
and they waller it around and they do their tongue thing and their lips all fluffing out and it's a hoot, and their tongue.
Mhm.
This is like giving a horse a sugar cube, only it's not cute.
I was just gonna say, yeah, it's not cute. No, this
It's
is
not cute. I don't wanna hug his face and give him more, okay.
CVS wasn't going to let me use their bathroom.
If I was CVS, I wouldn't want him to use the bathroom either.
Oh, they one whiff of him, and they probably wanted to say no.
And folks watching, take special note. This is day number 6 for this shirt. This is the same shirt he was wearing when he took off out of Dodge and left John.
Wow.
6 days. Which means everything on him is 6 days old.
Oh,
Jesus.
driving and sweating and ugh.
And it had already been several days since Vaughn's epic once-in-a-lifetime shower.
Right?
So
Yes.
this is longer than 6 days without it. Could be up to 10.
Oh,
Shh. Same shirt, same shirt, same shirt. Okay, so let's okay, as long as we have the stomach for it, we're gonna get through this. Okay?
we can do this. We can do this.
Okay, high five.
Oh.
But he told me he would make an exception because I'm not riffraff. Apparently.
Excuse me? Okay.
I like how you stopped it there. He said, "Because I'm not riffraff, apparently," and then you stopped. I like that.
Oh,
Sentence. Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
right.
God.
Apparently there are no toilets in Hamilton, Ohio.
Yeah, and the guy probably had to do some quick thinking. Okay, either I let this guy into the bathroom or he's going to drop a deuce here on my floor.
Exactly.
So the guy probably had very little choice. Poor guy. Okay, to continue.
Thanks to all the gang violence and what have you.
Oh God. Okay, was this before or after somebody clawed back a $20 donation?
I think that pullback of the donation was yesterday when he was begging for gas money or whatever it was. I think it was gas money he's begging for. And I think this is after.
Oh, you think? Okay, so he recouped something because he's calmed down.
Or it's just that he's calm because he might have got the food and all that ahead of time.
Yeah, and you can use your EBT card at CVS or Walgreens, depending on the item. There are certain items you can use food stamps for.
But wait a minute. when he was begging for money, I thought he had just hit the border of Ohio. I didn't think he was in Hamilton yet.
I don't know. I was looking on the map and I did see where he passed by Chillicothe, Ohio, where my mom graduated from high school.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I don't know. And I tried looking, and Ohio is really weird because there are probably 10, 100,000 small towns in
Mhm,
Ohio.
mhm,
Every neighborhood is a town. They have their own mayor, their own fire chief, a million of it. And I'm from Ohio, and
mhm.
all of my both sides of the family, they're all back in Ohio, all my ancestral shit. There are places none of us have ever even heard of in Ohio because there are so many. Um,
Mhm,
yeah, so anyway, I got off. Okay, I went off on a tangent. Okay, let's continue this. Okay,
mhm.
yeah, let's keep watching this shirt slowly rot off Vaughn's body.
So now it's a mukbang. Right, trolls and haters. But yeah, new toilets in Hamilton.
Oh, I forgot to mention something that I had never heard before. I can't remember if it was Gertrude who had the old clip or if I can't remember who had it, but when Vaughn was reading a court document regarding the taking away of his children, the removal of his children,
Mhm.
he was reading from the actual documents, and the findings of the agents with that department noted Vaughn's early diagnosis of schizophrenia.
Oh,
That was the
right, because
first
he freaked out over that.
that was the first time I had ever heard that. Well, no wonder he was a burden to his mom. He was absolutely incompetent and spoiled and
Yes.
schizo diagnosed schizophrenic. But, hey, just because doesn't mean you don't need accountability. I know plenty of mentally ill people who take accountability. So you can't blame that on like a handicap because you're not, Vaughn. You're a piece of shit, freeloading, selfish, spoiled lump of.
This
Oh,
is why he took off on John. He was not going to be accountable for his actions and explaining himself sitting there eating after John thought the man had no money.
yeah, and he was out of the kind. He was even doing his laundry for him.
Right?
He
Bought him
didn't
a
wear any of the shit.
battery.
Bought him a battery. Yeah, made sure he was parked in a safe space while John went and did his Uber duties, and yeah, yeah, and that explains how he can just make up shit off the top of his head rapid fire.
Right?
Doesn't he can spew made up stuff, so and that takes a special kind of a neurodivergency, to be able.
Well, and the thing is too, like if this was diagnosed a long time ago, as he's aging, so is his
Yeah.
mental health. Yeah.
It does deteriorate. It does not
Hmm.
get better. It does not stay stable,
And
especially if you're not on medication
I was just going to mention that. I'll bet you the dude has not been on medication whatsoever for it.
ever. Yeah. Yeah. Um,
Jeez.
yeah. So anyway, yeah, he's fucking schizophrenic. And, which, it explains a whole lot, but
Hmm.
still, yeah, I still don't like him. I don't care.
No, no.
He could be diagnosed or he could identify as a baboon, and it wouldn't matter to me. Still
Yeah,
be
he doesn't get a pass card
he doesn't.
because it is true. Any health care a mental health care person will explain to you that even if he had severe schizophrenia, he is still held accountable for his own actions.
Right, right. And if they do something really bad, they're locked up just like everybody else. Might be in a
Right.
medical facility, but they're still, removed
Mm,
from
right.
our midst. So, okay, so we're halfway
Anyway,
through this shit. Okay, let's watch the slow deterioration of the fabric of Vaughn's threads.
Except for restaurants and CVS and Walgreens. That's it. Walgreens isn't open 24 hours. Thankfully, CVS was. And I was able to use the bathroom.
Boy, he was picking at something on his face. Look at that spot.
yeah.
Isn't that that's an interesting spot on his face that he was picking at.
Didn't notice that before.
Yeah, pick, and it's
Mm.
dark. Yeah, okay. Well, we'll watch that develop as well, perhaps. This is going to be, gee, I'm watching my sweet potato sprout, and we will watch Vaughn's blemish bloom. Okay.
There you
But if it hadn't been for CVS, I wouldn't have been able to use the bathroom. I'd had to drive clear up to Route 4, headed towards Fairfield, in order to get a bathroom. That's crazy. But see, this is what gangs do. They cause people to shut shit down. See, that's horrible. That's awful. I got me some body armor.
When he first showed that, I thought it was a can of spray deodorant.
Me too.
What beverage is called body armor? And are you
Oh,
really
no.
supposed to drink it?
Well, here, Vaughn, here's some lighter fluid for your
Hey,
barbecue.
yeah,
Oh,
or put this on your rag and clean your dashboard with it.
right.
Body armor. Well, he has eclectic taste. I got to give you that, Vonster.
There you go.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
To wash it down with. Yes, indeed.
Boy, he is like eye fucking himself. You notice?
Mm-hmm.
He is mesmerized looking at his own face. That's why he's not looking at the lens at us. He is
Great.
mesmerized watching his own face in action. It's just narcissist.
Okay. You've worked in the healthcare industry
Yeah.
a little bit. I gather.
Yeah.
Now, for somebody with his health issues, supposedly, should he be drinking these kind of drinks?
Oh, hell no. He should
Yeah.
be okay. Just looking at him
Mhm.
and looking at his skin and his shakes. He's got the
Mm.
shakes really
Or-
badly, and it's called essential tremor, which could be a precursor to Parkinson's conditions.
Mhm.
But I would say no sugar ever again. Lots of protein, lots of veggies. He should not be drinking shit like that.
Water, or even
Water.
water with a shot of lemon in it.
Yeah. Hey, water is the best beverage. It'll keep you alive.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, yeah. He shouldn't be doing any of that shit. Uncrustables, all the salt,
Oh, yeah.
the sugar.
Well, if he does truly have congestive heart failure, you stay away from all that stuff.
Yeah. If you're smart.
Mm.
Y- yeah, yeah. And his skin is just not looking good. The texture is getting all weird.
Notice
Yeah.
his forehead, like it's all bumpy up there too.
It's dappled and bumpy.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then there's that spot that he was picking at.
Yeah. God.
Yeah, and that's on his driver's side face.
Mhm.
I don't know about you, but one side of my face is more wrinkled than the other because in the morning I'd go to work and the sun would be on that side of my face, and then coming home in the afternoon, sun would be on that side of my face. So one side of my face is like definitely more wrinkled than the other. But Vaughn has, there's that spot there,
Mm.
pick. So we'll see. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
We're almost done with this, you guys.
So I am surviving and possibly even thriving, regardless of everybody posting, "Oh, Bond needs to die. Bond's going to die. Bond's going to lose his car. Bond's going to lose his life. Bond's going to, what the fuck, man? Give me a break. I don't need all that negativity. Everybody, some of the people are jumping me over, banning all these trolls and all the negative talk that they're doing. Well, excuse me. I don't need negative talk. And I can assure you, if you was anywhere else, you'd be banned too. Nobody needs that shit. Nobody needs negative talk.
Okay, I just have a brief comment, and I never thought I would say this.
Okay.
But looking at Vaughn and, watching him talk and make it, Vaughn has never looked as good as he does right now.
You've got a point there.
Even
with that
bad
puffy
as
red face, yeah.
even though he looks horrible,
Mm-hmm.
this is the best he's ever looked on camera. Never mind, not even the young pictures, him and his taekwondo costume.
Oh, yeah.
Vaughn has never. No wonder he's eye fucking himself. Okay, let's go. He loves how he looks. Betcha
Ooh.
he wants to kiss himself.
What do we need negative talk for? No, we don't. And I keep getting my hand in the way of the damn thing. Anyway. I don't need any of that negative talk, man. What are you, crazy? Don't need that.
Even people just dealing with gums could benefit from a water pick.
Right?
He's got that tongue going, raking over those gums, front, back, sideways, the roof of his mouth, bottom, top, a little water pick. You could just run into the bathroom that they let you use at CVS. And yeah, but no, never mind, Vaughn. We'll just watch you working out.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I am in Hamilton, and I will be doing some historical shit here soon. So be prepared. Now, obviously, I'm still way behind on my Cash App because the person that yanked the money, it was $20. Okay, so I'm in the red, $10 on my Cash App. So I'm gonna need some donations to get my Cash App in the black again, because it's in the red by $10. See, folks, that's why I keep telling you. You got unscrupulous people out there that don't care. They just don't care. They want to see you in trouble. They want to see you dead. They want to.
Boy, he's acting like he's a victim. He bought the ticket, and now he's riding.
Yeah.
This is the YouTubes. It's the Wild West. You're complaining because your feelers got bent because somebody took. This is YouTube. That
I
you're
mean,
in
I'm
for a pound, Vaughn.
I'm grateful once again.
Yeah, and yeah. Okay, so we only have like 45 seconds of this. Okay, here we go.
Let's see you. I mean, look at what's happened to my family, man. My entire family wiped out. My entire finances wiped out. My inheritance stolen. And these people are evil. They're evil people, and you just got to avoid them like the plague. That's the only thing I know to tell you. Anyways, that's it. Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Why doesn't, if that's the case, the way to avoid evil people is, you know what? Just go up into the mountains by yourself.
Yeah.
Live off the land, because I just sort of laugh, roll my eyes, and want to punch him at the same time when he starts his whole thing about his the trolls, you know, and his family and his life, and they did all this to him, and I just go, oh, here we go again.
Here
He's
we
that
go
uncle.
again.
It's
And
like, don't give Uncle Vaughn any booze at, you know, for Thanksgiving, because he's going to go off on his tangent once again. And you
keep
can
your kids
almost,
away from him.
yeah, and you can almost mouth exactly the things he's going to say, you know? Oh,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah.
Mind you, think about this. He has not once mentioned John.
He has, and Mrs. Mudduck over there, asked, how oh, no, Jonacide. Hi, Jonacide. Uh, John recently discovered that his one and only true love, Salamantu,
Mm, yeah.
is expecting a child, and he is
Yeah.
destroyed. But I am still wondering, um, if she was real.
I think so, because there was pictures of her with her
Right.
husband. There was a picture of her. Okay, yeah, but this is the internet.
And there John did admit to manipulating a picture of him dressed in his Jewish garb and a picture of her. That picture of her was out on the internet, from what I understand, and
All
he
right.
just put them together. I'm wondering if she was like an internet romance. I love you, I want to marry you, and
Or did he just see her on the Facebooks one day and he fell in love but never talked to her? Maybe she's sort of like, you know, one of 200 friends that you wind up clicking on and linking up to. He might never have had a real conversation with her. Did he ever live with this woman?
no. And that I just asked, I was wondering, has he ever really seen her, or is that just the fantasy he falls to sleep to every night?
I think it is. It's got to be.
Yeah, and I think perhaps, it was like a Tinder kind of a thing or something, a Nigerian scammer type of and then when she found out John really didn't have an apartment or really any money, she
Hmm.
said, "Oh, I'm staying with my husband after all." And then
Or
I guess he still held out hope. And so now she has said she's expecting a child, and John is absolutely destroyed. I'm kinda worried about John, frankly.
yeah, he
Yeah,
doesn't.
Jonacide catfish, that's what I thought. Yeah, because, he never really had any evidence that they were in real life together. It all sounded like it happened in his head, so I'm wondering, but,
Yeah.
the guy is just, he wants somebody to love. I think he should go home to his mom,
You know,
you
that
know?
shocked me that he has family on Long Island.
Yeah.
If he was willing to send, wasn't he willing to take Vaughn there?
Well, Vaughn asked him,
Oh,
but
okay.
no. No, no,
So
Vaughn had mentioned
there's a whole other side story going on there with the whole family on Long Island versus John.
oh,
And when you think about it,
yeah,
because yeah, I can understand him wanting to be his own man and being, you know, just like Cobes was, living on his own or blah blah blah. Um, not in the parents' house, but in this case, as an adult, any adult, in your 30s, 40s, or whatever, if all of a sudden you are financial hard times and mom and dad have a house, you usually knock on the door and saying, "Hey, can I crash here until I can get my feet off the ground again?"
yeah,
I'm assuming most parents are going to say yes, especially
yeah,
if it's the family home.
yeah, and depending on the circumstances, if
Right.
you were born, maybe not, but yeah,
You
um,
know,
but he doesn't like to, abide by house rules because he is a man. Now, in my book, it's just common courtesy and good manners to abide by house rules, but he doesn't wanna do that, and they're not Jewish.
I was just gonna say, yes, exactly that, because, yes, it's been
Irish Catholic.
confirmed. Yeah,
Yeah.
Irish Catholic. Yeah, isn't that something? And it was funny the other day when he was talking to that Sam, and he was trying to throw Yiddish words out and
Oh, talk
mispronouncing the
about
Yiddish word.
Sam the scholar.
Yeah, that was so hilarious, that whole thing, but I have to give Sam credit. He was really trying to tell John the truth on basically to get himself together.
Yeah, yeah, and he was correcting him because John was using terminology not suitable for the level of Judaism he practices,
Right?
and Sam was straightening it out. I mean, Sam was saying, "Hey, you're talking about observant, orthodox, ultra-conservative stuff, and that's what you're not.
Mhm.
So stop
Yeah,
it." Yeah,
yeah.
so,
But,
yeah, that was it was kinda boring because it was so esoteric and so, detailed, so I left during part of that, but God, he raked John over the coals.
oh, yeah, he was telling him exactly how it was and what he needed to do, and I'm going, somebody needed to, but whether John's gonna listen or not, no, he's not gonna listen.
No. Yeah, but I do have concern for him. From what I understand, well, it might be in my own head that he's might be drinking a lot again.
That
Uh,
was I heard that too, but it's hard to tell.
One of his last streams, it sounded like he was a little under the influence of booze because it was different, so but
Okay.
I wish him well. He's a doofus and he's disgusting, but I really, really do wish the guy well. He's another heartbeat in the world, and
Well, this is it. I agree with you 100% on that. And even if he did have a little bit of some drinking going on, um, we're all entitled to having a glass of wine now and again, especially if things just seem to be a little hard.
yeah. Well, and everybody's entitled to want to kill themselves with it too. We're all grown ups. So
Well, this is true, but whether we should or not is something, that's a little different. But
and
with
that's for each individual to decide too.
exactly,
Well, and it's
people.
it's so hard not to judge. It's hard.
Well, it is hard, and I would say that's more up to very close friends or family to try to nicely intervene, but they too would know when to back off, because if you're wanting to just drink yourself to oblivion and die, even with them, there's only so much family and very close friends can say.
Yeah, and like so many things in life, it's a very lonely, singular decision that only you can make for it's like dying, you do that alone too.
Yep. And,
And overcoming that a horrible addiction is, it's a solitary even though
right.
support certainly helps, certainly is beneficial, but ultimately it's up to you.
Oh, okay, which reminds me, with John, do you recall why he got a the cops called on him and removed from a fast food facility and then disappeared into the nut house? What
Yeah.
was he drinking?
Um, he was doing both. He was had a bottle in his car, and he would like take his fast food cup out to the car
Okay.
and put the booze in, bring it back in. But he also had a pistola in his
Oh,
trunk, and it was somebody in his audience that, of course, doxed him and sent the popo to where he was. And you want to open the trunk, and
mm.
they took him away. I remember I watched that when it was happening. It was yeah, and then he was gone for a while.
But I agree with you. I worry about John because obviously we've got depression going on here,
And
and the
he's
need
so vulnerable.
and so needy. He is in need of someone. He was willing to take Vaughn in.
And his plaintive cry is all he wants is a woman to love him and hug him and hold him at night.
Yeah.
That's all, and so he's just, and he's vulnerable because he desperately wants that, damn. I feel sorry for him. Vaughn, no, he's a piece of shit. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, that man has the things that he's done over the years. There is no way that
There
a
is
person.
no
Oh,
redemption ever,
no,
ever, ever. He let
no,
his
no.
mom lay on the floor for an entire day.
But that makes sense then with the schizophrenia.
Yeah, and the denial and being convinced of
Mhm,
what just came out of your mouth. It's just a totally, it's la la land. You do
mhm.
not know the difference between fact and what you're talking. There's no connection, and he does not know. He doesn't care about the difference, because he doesn't live there.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh
So,
man.
okay, so that was your, Vaughn's doing the daily whatever mukbang
I'm
or
well, I'm really concerned. I've been waiting to see every day at least John post something.
something. Yeah.
He needed Vaughn for the views.
He did, and it gave him purpose.
Yeah,
It
it
gave him
did.
so now he doesn't have Vaughn, he doesn't have Salamantu, yeah, bless John J. Dubs, if you're looking in, these couple of elderly, citizens wish you well. Know that, Vaughn is
Oh
a piece
yeah.
of shit. We don't want anything bad to happen to you,
We
period.
don't even want Vaughn going back to this man. Do you think that'll ever happen? I don't think it will.
Boy, I'm on the fence about that. I'm on because I don't think Vaughn is gonna find any place to land. I think ultimately his only choice, because he is such a piece of shit and hardly deserves any the oxygen. I think ultimately, I think he'll wind up going back to John, and I think that may just save John's life at this point. Does that sound obtuse?
Well, and the thing is, did you catch that live stream that they were both on being interviewed? And John did remind him that he had found a
Ye
room for
yes,
Vaughn.
yes, I saw that, and, John was amazingly logical
Yes.
and reasonable, and,
Yes.
Vaughn was just his plain old, the same old asshole self, but,
Yeah.
John made sense, but, I think, Vaughn is going to go, "Oh, well, because of you trolls, I have to go back to John." I think if Vaughn survives this and
Mhm.
doesn't get his car taken away for whatever, I think he'll wind up back with okay, so I'm no longer sitting on the fence. I think he'll go back to John if
Well,
he
he might
survives this.
even have his car taken away, and then he's contacting John saying, "Come get me."
"Come get me." Well, he wanted John to come get him when he was being kicked off Lake Alice property.
Yeah.
But then he says, "Oh, no, I wanna bring my expensive computer." So but, yeah, he'll sing if he gets his car taken away. The only thing he'll have left to do is to call John. Yeah.
Yes, in all honesty, that's the only person he has left in his life.
That's it. That's it.
Wow.
Isn't that just and the guy doesn't even well, he has no grip on reality. He just does not see the world the way it
No,
is.
but
Well,
well, see, the
none of
problem is
us does, but, I think
no,
we're
but I
better
think
at it than he is.
under the circumstances with his mental health, he's never gonna see it because John can sit there and explain a situation and describe it as it happened. John
Yeah.
and Vaughn sitting right beside him will argue to the point, and the entire same story will have changed to his version, which is night and day.
Yeah, completely oppositional. At
Sitting right there.
every word is oppositional. He does not agree on anything, and he has to be right, always has
Mhm.
to be right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why he took off, man, because he got caught with his pants down,
He
kind of.
got caught, he could not embroider it, switch it, slant it, nothing. He was caught red-handed, and he didn't know what to do.
Because he let it
He's
go for too long.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he was being very selfish with his cards and everything else, and the money.
Yeah. And
Um,
he thought he was being clever.
oh,
Well,
don't forget, John even bought him clothes,
bought him clothes, packages of underwear, packages of socks. Yeah.
shirts.
Shirts,
Yeah.
everything. Yep.
That man did spend money on him.
He said probably upward of $1,000
Yeah.
easily. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, John. Well, John, we want you to live. Okay.
Yeah. And we're rooting
You
for you,
matter.
dude. I mean, oh man. And hopefully he can find a place before winter and a cheap place for him to live.
Well, I'm glad he has mom. Vaughn has nothing. So, ha ha ha.
Exactly. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, shit, this has absolutely exhausted me.
Yeah.
Keeping track of Vaughn's shirt, and how long he's going to wear it is just, wore me out.
Oh
um,
man. But every day I try to look on the internet there to see, okay, what's the latest? Who's posting?
I know. I go up there to the bell and look at my notifications, and then I sit down. I either I have a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, a little snack, but it makes my day sometimes to see that notification bell.
Yeah.
Somebody's come up with something, Vaughn, or something foodie. Um, okay, so have you heard of Farah Fiasco?
No.
Farah Fiasco is an Egyptian woman. She was a hijabi. She is very well versed on, and she lives in America now, and she has been assessing Foodie Beauty,
Oh.
ripping her like I've never heard anybody. Mo Translates was good, Milk Tea is good, all those other people who cover food, but Farah Fiasco, check her out. She's a very pretty girl, very matter of fact. She looks like a PhD candidate. In fact, I think she is. She's
Mm.
very bright. Um, yeah, and she breaks Foodie down. But anyway, we're occupied with Vaughn and John. Now it's just the Vaughn. So we're
Mhm.
going to carry on with that for as long as we can milk this shit because,
Oh, yes.
and we're
And
doing it ultimately for the Grampy.
definitely, because every stream that I watch, I think of him all the time. It's like, yeah, yeah, I'm watching this for you too, Grampy, because oh man, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and Grampy's and I wanna find it. Grampy said it on his own stream, and it was it echoes. Grampy said, "It'd be a shame if something were to happen." I go I that Grampy's voice saying that to Vaughn just,
Oh, you need to
cracks me.
find that and clip it.
I need to find that and clip it, and I have learned how to connect a soundboard. That's in the works for us developing our new look here and all that shit for next year. But anyway, yeah,
Yeah.
I that's gonna be my mission to find. It'd be a shame if something were to happen. Oh god, I love that man.
And you know what? He's looking down, man. He's
He
looking
he
down.
is a fist pumping, you guys. He's revving his little trike wheel scooter and peeling
Oh,
out.
yeah.
He's popping wheelies. Yeah, and popping peeps and and
Mhm.
and saying "chubby bunny" with a mouthful of peeps. Yeah. Ah,
So
okay.
anyways, keep all those links coming, because I try to look every day, and the ones you've sent me, I totally appreciate.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
welcome. Well, I have way much more time than you. I'm, being a slug on the internet when you're working and shit, so, yeah, I'm happy to send them. So, yeah, well, I gotta keep you up with it because, this is like gossip central.
Oh god, yeah, and then in between when I'm not busy, I do take the time and I start listening, and then I hit the pause.
I
When
can't.
people start showing up at work,
Yeah.
it's like, "Oh, hitting the
Oh,
pause." But it's
that's
like,
too
"Oh
funny.
my because this is very addictive."
Right, and it's not fattening. Uh, you
Mhm.
don't, have to go to rehab for well, maybe a little rehab, I don't know, this
We
is
might
pretty
need the rehab, but,
might
at least
harm
it's
you be harmful to your health or your mental health, yeah. Okay, so,
Yeah.
It's time to quit. Okay, won't see you next Sunday because I'm going to be in parts unknown, uh, granny sitting a 94-year-old lady who is an absolute
Oh,
hoot. My son-in-law's grandma, she is just amazingly eccentric, and I it's a joy, and I'm looking forward to going up there a few days to give
oh,
my
lovely.
kids a break, and I get to see my granddog. My
Oh, lovely.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can hardly wait to smell her face.
And
Yeah,
I need to get back to sewing so that I can send you a picture of the final result of
that
the
thing
latest creation.
that my granddaughter fell in lo oh, yeah, she's gonna want pictures. Yeah, yeah, and I'll even, like, PDF her a picture of it, so, yeah, she
Oh, okay.
is
She's
gonna love
got the
it.
same crazy taste as me then,
Oh,
pumpkin kitties.
yeah, no doubt. Yeah, yeah. All of my offspring, all of the fruits of my loins and their offspring, they have a thing for Halloween and Jack Skellington and pumpkins and decorations and autumn.
Yeah,
And
I'm looking forward to that.
yeah,
That kinda
oh,
I
that
think I'm
whole
about the only one.
atmosphere. Yeah,
Yeah, right around here, I'm about the only one that really still acknowledges Halloween, you know? Um,
too bad.
well, yeah, I'm in religious country in a sense.
Oh, ooh,
Yeah, it's
ooh,
Christmas.
much of that is of the devil
Well, I
to
don't
some sects.
know. Maybe I don't know, but I
Yeah,
don't know. Yeah, they just, they try to skip past Halloween, acknowledge it, and then move forward. But then it's like the Easter and the Christmas, and that's more their thing, right? And I'm like,
yeah.
yeah, but you know what? Halloween's a thing too. It's been a thing longer than
Longer,
y'all.
it's, way more ancienter than y'all.
Mhm,
Yeah,
mhm.
yeah.
So anyways, yeah, so no, I'll finish that off. I'll send you pictures and,
Yeah, thanks, and
yeah.
I'll forward them to the grandbaby. Okay,
Oh,
grandbaby, God, she's
awesome.
32. She's old. Okay,
Oh,
so
man.
we're gonna end this, and I'm just gonna be abrupt and say goodbye. Everybody in the chat, I think we got 3 people watching. John aside, thank you, my sweetheart. Mrs. Mudduck, thank you for being here. Love you guys. Okay, I think that's it. That's everybody who's
Okay.
shown up. Okay, so I'm gonna end the stream and, we'll talk. Prairie, I'm gonna go, get something to eat,
Yeah.
and,
Okie dokie.
and
And
you see everybody here back in 2 weeks.
sounds good. Take care, everybody.
Okay, see ya and bye. Bum, bum, bum.